It's another Sunday. Welcome to Osun in Progress, a weekly program that showcases activities and achievements of Governor Gboyega Oyetola in the state of the virtuous. Our focus this week is on industrialization of the state. A few weeks ago, an industry that had gone moribund for more than 2 years was revived in Osun. How did the state government achieve this? Shortly, we'll be speaking with the State Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives and Investment, Bode Olaonipekun, who will be shedding more light on these and more, which are aimed towards boosting the economy of the state. My name is Rafiu Hamid, but before then, let's look at the activities of the state government for the week. On Sunday, the Muslim Ummah of southwest Nigeria, Muswen, paid a courtesy call on the governor, Gboyega Oyetola, at the government house in Osogbo. Members of the Ummah, led by their president, Alhaji Razak Oladeji, who doubles as the Deputy President General of Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, South, said the governor has exhibited justice, fair play and equity in the management of state resources in the last 2 years. He applauded the governor for piloting the affairs of the state without trespassing into the sphere of disharmony in the guise of religion. He promised the governor of Muslim support and cooperation towards engendering peaceful coexistence among various tribes and religions in the state.
As a disciplined religious body, we know that you are the governor of all the people in Osun State, irrespective of religious or political dichotomy, and thus we shall not insensitively make any demand from you that you amount to any special favor which may negatively affect the legitimate interest of other religionists. Rather, we would urge you to adhere strictly to justice and fair play for all and sundry in the interest of harmony.
In his remarks, Governor Gboyega Oyetola appreciated Muslim leadership for being a uniting force for all Muslim communities and smaller Islamic organizations in the southwest. The governor promised that he will continue to do his best in upholding the constitutional responsibilities ascribed to his office by being fair and just to all, regardless of faith, religion, tribe, and political affiliations.
The group has done impressively well in the onerous task of catering for, preserving, protecting, promoting and advancing the interests of Islam and the Muslims throughout the length and breadth of the Southwest region since inception 13 years ago. I'm conscious of my position as the only Muslim governor in the entire southern Nigeria today, and always strive to make Muslims proud of my stewardship.
On Tuesday, Governor Gboyega Oyetola inaugurated 4 projects executed by the management of the Osun State College of Education, Ilorin.
I must commend the management of the institution for embarking on some of these projects. The core area of your intervention is education. It's okay for you to go into some of these initiatives, but it must not be at the expense of the core area of your engagement. Again, you must not have the temptation of wanting to diversify into several areas. Once you do that, you'll be able to get the kind of management that is required. Identify 1 or 2 initiatives through PPP, which is the best way to go. Government does not have the resources to embark on virtually everything. The era of government doing everything is gone.
Some of the inaugurated projects include Academic Block Complex, Human Performance Laboratory and Fitness Center, a water factory, and health center extension. Provost of the college, Professor Olayinka Oyewole, highlights some of the achievements recorded under his watch.
Both staff and students is also being taken with utmost seriousness it deserves. We have keyed into the tertiary student health insurance program TSHIP with the aim of making it possible for our students to have easy access to medical care within and outside the college. All staff have also been encouraged to register with the state OE's program to take care of their health issues.
We have established a 15-room guest house for the college. In agriculture, we have established a poultry of 1,500 birds, layers, all of them. We have also established a fishery farm with 4 pools and 2,500 fingerlings. Both the poultry and the fishery have supported the Osun State all-meal program.
In our internally generated revenue, we have been able to save money. We have been able to block loopholes. We have been able to automate all the revenue of the college so as to guide the leakages.
The governor also declared open the first national conference of the College of Education with the theme Impact of COVID-19 on Nigerian Education. He used the opportunity to explain his administration's effort towards curtailing the spread of the pandemic.
We have strategically been curbing the spread of COVID-19 in our state. A series of measures have been put in place, as well as the necessary awareness efforts by the state government through the State Ministry of Health and Information. I wish to state that the present administration appreciates the efforts of our health workers, as we, on our part, will continue to ensure that their welfare is paramount at all times. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm optimistic that this conference will, in no small measure, be of great assistance to the participants and the people of the state.
Provost of the college speaks on the choice of the topic.
The major outcomes expected from the conference will constitute a national framework for the changing education system around the world, and I hope it can be inclined with concepts of social distancing caused due to COVID-19 pandemic. Participants are encouraged to stay safe and adhere strictly to all the COVID-19 safety protocols during the conference.
Same day, the Civic Engagement program of the state government continued in Ede. It's a family program which has been serving as a platform through which government feels the pulse of the people, particularly through their traditional rulers, chiefs, different associations and organizations, among others.
Ede is the major opposition town as far as Osun is concerned, because that is where the candidate of PDP came from in the last election. But still, the longest stretch of road constructed since it started 2.5 years ago happened in Ede to Ejigbo. It's a 23-kilometer road and a number of other things that is being done. But let me tell you, governor does not know that water is not running in this town some months back, and that is part of what we are to tell them today. And some other township roads that need be rehabilitated or reconstructed.
And they should support the government so that I know before the end of the term, their needs, what they are asking for, government will do a lot, if not all, will do more than 50% of it. And that will help them eventually when the governor is returned for second term.
All the requests made by the participants were noted by the special advisor to the governor on civic engagement, Olatunbo Oyetola, who promised to deliver their messages to the governor.
And we must appreciate the governor of the state of Osun that we are practicing a true democracy here, because we are giving people voice in the government. They are becoming a stakeholder. They are giving the government directions in terms of interactive session that we have created this platform for them. They come up with their demands, their needs, and which I believe the governor will address to.
On Wednesday, the State Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives and Investment, Bode Olaonipekun, visited one of the newly revived industries in Osun. The industry was moribund for more than 2 years before the present administration came to its rescue. The development is in fulfillment of Gboyega Oyetola-led administration towards making Osun an industrial hub. The task was achieved through the support of the Bank of Industry.
Brought to the fore, and we realized that it's not actually about money that is the paramount reason why industries were shutting down, but also advisory services, adequate attention to management issues in these industries are part of the major and critical reasons why industries were shutting down. So we did not leave it at the theoretical phase whereby we gathered all these facts and reasons. We stepped out to visit, to have first-hand impression of the state of things in these industries. And one of the industries we visited then is the Ego Multiventures, the brand owners of global products in the state of Osun. And getting here, we were all devastated, seeing the kind of equipment that were installed here, and the place had gone moribund for like 2 years before the coming in of Alhaji Gboyega Oyetola administration.
I never believed this can happen, and so for it to happen, it is a surprise. I've informed most of our members. I happen to be the chairman of the Industrialisation of Small Scale Industrialists, NASI, in Osun State. I've actually informed my members of what the ministry has done under the leadership of the Honorable Commissioner with the advice of Mr. Governor. And so I want to appreciate them. I want to appreciate the governor. I want to appreciate the ministry and every other person that had helped to ensure that we come back to life.
The industry, which has employed a number of people, now produces bottled water, yogurt, chin-chin, and some other items. It is hoped that over 200 people will be employed when the industry operates at 100% capacity. On Thursday, the Civic Engagement programs took place in Ijebu-Jesha, in Oriade local government area of the state, where different groups and associations were in attendance.
And it is even good that we have the governor. The governor now came out and started asking communities, the EGGs, to let him know their needs, their views.
People produce in the farm, and to bring it down to the city to sell, it's a problem because there's no road. Like, let me take one for example, like Jeddah to Efon. We have some settlers in that area that they produce.
Some people have been complaining about issues of education. Some have been complaining about the health in their locality. Some have been complaining about the road networks. It doesn't mean that state government has not been constructing roads or renovating, maintaining roads.
Governor Gboyega Oyetola turned the sword of Omoluabi Plaza in Osogbo. The governor said the building of a new market complex became imperative not only to accommodate new traders, but to also improve the state economy. He speaks on the importance of the projects and other similar projects going on across the states.
We will also be building more markets across the state to further empower our market women and men to enable and contribute effectively to the socio-economic and commercial activities, thereby boosting the state's GDP. I'm happy to report that barely 3 months after we flagged off the reconstruction of the Atakumos market, which was gutted by fire in 2015 and 2018 respectively, we have completed the first phase of the reconstruction and will soon be commencing the reconstruction of the second phase. Other markets construction that we shall be embarking on include Agbe market in Ile-Ife, Ifewara market, Orile Owu market, Olofi Gbongan market, Araromi Ede market, and Ikiro market. We are deliberately targeting some towns that share the same border with Osun for market construction to attract commerce and trade from neighboring states. Our desire is to make Osun the choice destination in trade and commerce.
We are gathering here today for no other reason than to perform the soft turning of this project. This is a significant and pivotal exercise which serves as a symbol foundation for the commencement of the construction of the highly anticipated Omoluabi Shopping Plaza. Let me at this junction inform you that a good number of our resident business owners who has been long-time occupants of the old structure that have now given way to this new concept have nothing but great testimony to share, as they have consistently experienced increment in their turnover vis-a-vis their profit.
Náà ni pé bóun ni ọrọ̀ ajé owó ti já sí nígbà tá a mọ̀ pé owó péréte ní wá látọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba àpapọ̀. Ìtókù náà ni kí àwa náà wá wọnú ilé ọ̀nà wo lágbà tá a fi gbé ọrọ̀ ajé wa lárugẹ. Ọlọ́run wa ń lo gómìnà wa láti máa ronú lórí àwọn tí yóò jẹ́ kí ọrọ̀ ajé wa kí ó rú gẹ́gẹ́ sí. Ó bá yín dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́ba tó ti wà pẹ̀lú kò ní kú lẹ́yìn láíláí. Àṣeyọrí ọlọ́ba yóò jẹ́ pé jẹ́ ti ní.
Nígbà tí ó bá tásìkò ìpolongo ìbò, àwọn tí ó ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn wọ́n pọ̀ ju ìbéèrè wọn lọ. Èmi á máa sọ fún wọn yìnyín kẹ́ni sèmí ní kọ̀rọ̀ ayìn lójú yín báyìí à ní sáláì tó máa yẹn ṣe dáadáa. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ṣe dáadáa bá àbá lè sọ lójú yín á sọ lẹ́yìn. Ẹ tẹ̀síwájú nú dáadáa tẹ́ ẹ ṣe.
Same day, Governor Gboyega Oyetola received the GOC of the Nigerian Army in Ibadan at the governor's office in Osogbo. The governor appreciates efforts of the military in keeping the country together, urging them to do more in ensuring criminals are flushed out of the country.
We will still need you because the rate of criminality is on the increase in virtually all parts of the country. Osun not being an exception. Only was it yesterday I read in one of the news about some people trying to be, creating some little issues here and there, and I believe the security agencies are equal to this task. So we'll continue to need you. The rate of kidnapping is on the increase everywhere. Banditry is there. And we have a peculiar situation of being the receiver of the increase in crime rates, particularly now that the mining in Zamfara has been banned. Naturally, there will always be serious influx of these illegal miners to our state, and that creates a level of insecurity. So we need your assistance in that direction.
The governor had earlier received Assistant Controller General and Zonal Coordinator, Zone F of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Upedemi Akosikor. The Assistant Controller General stressed the resolve of the service to put an end to the influx of criminals, irregular migration and illegal mining in the state. She also commended the state governor for its giant stride in different sectors.
Most other times, these people that find their way in their state illegally commit all sorts of crime, including kidnapping, banditry and things like that. So we need your assistance to actually sanitize that sector. We have a lot of big-time players that are willing to invest in mining. And if you look at our diversification policy, we're looking at areas of agriculture, mining and tourism.
As it were, your quest for infrastructural development in the state is outstanding. This has manifested in the massive road construction and rehabilitation in various parts of the state. The construction of Olaya flyover, which is aimed at easing traffic challenge in Osogbo, the state capital, that is ongoing is a manifestation of your desire to make life bearable for the good people of Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọmọlúwàbí. Your Excellency, you have successfully rebuilt and rehabilitated several schools and healthcare facilities across the state.
During his electioneering campaign in 2018, Gboyega Oyetola made promise to the people to industrialize the state. An economic summit was organized in 2019 to achieve this target, and since then, things have changed. Recently, an industry that had gone moribund was revived in Osun. The State Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives and Investment, Bode Olaonipekun, is happy that the industry is now working.
To the glory of God, one of them, which is the bottling beverage company that we visited, Global Products, was one of those that benefited from the assistance of the state government, and we can see to a very large extent the assistance has paid off. From being moribund, 3 out of the 5 lines of production are back into production activities, and besides that, counting the heads working in that place yesterday, we counted about 75, and that is the production lines working at its very lowest head. By the time it comes into full capacity, nothing less than 200 employees will be gainfully employed in that place. Likewise, many other industries and manufacturing plants around and across the state that have also been assisted in similar manner.
He explains other efforts being made by the state government to improve commerce in the state, particularly the ongoing construction of Atakumasha Market in Ilesha.
As we speak, we have about 120 shops completed in the first phase in Atakumasha. The second phase is commencing now, which is going to be around another 120 thereabouts also. So with that, gradually it will continue to advance, and until all the wood and corrugated iron shops are eradicated, government wants to continue, stage by stage. Now also, we have the Oduogbe market at Ile-Ife. The same thing. It has suffered fire disaster twice. Government is stepping in. Now, work will soon commence there as well. The first phase is also going to be a replica of what we have done at Ilesha, which is going to be minimum 120 shops to start with. And besides that, government is working hand in hand with the developer on the Oduogbe market at Ile-Ife to see that the full capacity of the market is utilized. The full capacity of Oduogbe market is around 2,000 shops. So, as this one is going on, we are working on engaging the developer, coming on board fully to, go full-fledged in developing the entire market. The drawings are ready. The bills of quantity is being worked on right now.
That's our package for today. Join us next week, same time, for another edition of Osun in Progress. On behalf of the coordinator, who doubles as the State Commissioner for Information and Civic Orientation, Funke Egbemade, and the entire production crew, my name is Rafiu Hamid saying, do have a great week ahead.